Welcome back to Lotus on Track, where the safety car is about to peel in here at Castle Combe, and the first of two races from Lotus on Track Elise Trophy gets back underway. It's Rob Boston who leads it, Tom Roche in second, Craig Devon in third, Martin Wills is fourth, Lee Hodson completes the top five, and they've not got too much more running to go in this one. So Rob Boston, having built up a significant advantage over Roche, is now going to have to do that all over again, and will Tom Roche be able to just pit Boston for that last minute victory? Devon and Wills also running strongly. Hodson has got Phil Stratton-Lake and Dave Carr for fairly close company, as well as they stream around this Castle Combe circuit out of the S's, accelerating through Old Paddock and along the back straight towards Tower Corner. This is where the race leader Rob Boston arrives now, leaning heavily on the brakes. Absolutely thrilling corner tower, really is, particularly as the tyre barriers are so near the edge of the circuit, as Dave Carr gets right up behind Phil Stratton-Lake. So showing strongly is Simon Jones. He's coming under a little bit of pressure as well from the 28 car of Will Price, and Mark Yates in the silver 37 car also right up behind him. And that is a battle we maybe wouldn't expect to come together prior to the safety car. So Simon Jones losing out slightly. Another lap reeled off, and already Rob Boston is building his advantage. Lee Hodson again, who we look to for the main scrap. We're going to see a change of place here, possibly. Will Price has got the inside line on Simon Jones and goes through. So Will Price gains that place from Simon Jones in third place. Craig Devon has seen off the immediate attentions of Martin Wills. He's pulling away from him. He's staying in touch with Tom Roche as well, which is a very impressive performance. We've got the daylight back to Lee Hodson as they make their way through the S's, and then along a very rapid section of the circuit towards Tower Corner. Sliding the car though, Will Price. Martin Yates, we also saw in the back of the shot, being able to make the move on Simon Jones. So Tom Roche in second position, and Roche has raced against Rob Boston for many years, and based on those results you'd have thought maybe Roche would have had the legs on Rob Boston this year, but as it is, it's Rob Boston who has really been the star turn over the course of the season thus far, although Craig Devon has come very strong of late, and he is staying right in touch with this leading duo as through Camp Corner the checker flag goes out, and it is the win for Rob Boston from Tom Roche. Craig Devon completes the podium, and then Martin Wills rounds out the top four. Lee Hodson, will he hold on to fifth position? It's going to be very, very tight between him and Dave Carr. I think he just did it. Well, let's have a look then at the final results, with the win for Rob Boston from Roche and Devon. And yes, Lee Hodson did hold on to fifth. Phil Stratton-Lake was sixth, and Dave Carr, having run wide over the curves, was seventh. Adam Knight completing the top 10.
Hi Rob, so third round of the Elise Trophy and another win for you. How did you find the track?
Yeah, it was good today. Yeah, it's nice to have dry conditions again. It's never pleasant when it's wet, so yeah, it's quite refreshing to see that it was dry this morning. The car's been really good. Yeah, the motor, is brilliant again. Thanks to Blink Motorsport for that. They've, really built a cracker. So yeah, that helped as well. And yeah, Gaz Shocks, DN Nightclub, and Temby DIY. The support has helped me win again.
Great, and you're out again this afternoon for the second race. You feeling hopeful?
Yeah, I think with the pace of that race, I'm full of confidence for this afternoon. So let's just see.
So we're back here at Oulton Park, and we're here on the grid for the first Elise Trophy race of the day. Let's see the action.
Should be a very, very close one, this, as they head off then on the formation lap with Rob Boston once more in pole position. Alongside them on the front row is Andrew Bentley. The pair of them have been wheel to wheel throughout much of the season. And then third on the grid is Craig Devon, who we just saw going very strongly at Castle Combe, and the very rapid Warren Scott is fourth. Neil Livesey is super qualifying for him to be up in fifth, with then Ken Savage completing the top six. Dave Carr, well, he's a rapid driver. He is in 12th. Adam Knight, far better for him, in 13th, and then Chris Mayhew completing the field in 21st place as they are back on the grid. We get the green flag for the marshal at the rear of the pack. The red lights are on. Out they go. Who's got the jump from the line? It's a good getaway from Rob Boston, the blue car, but also Andrew Bentley has got a strong start, so they power towards Oulton for the first time. But having the inside line, Rob Boston's done enough. He is able to maintain the lead of the race, with Bentley in second, Devon in third, everybody else out wide over the grass. That may give the order a bit of a shuffle as they come down through Cascades and then along Lakeside into Island Bend. Everybody, though, is still running, with Boston leading it, Bentley in second, Devon in third, and Neil Livesey challenging Ken Savage for fourth. Savage, though, just swoops across Livesey's bows and holds on to that fourth place. And Bradshaw, he's under a little bit of pressure as well from Neil Stoddart. Good to see Neil going so strongly. So it's Boston who leads with Bentley in second. Third place is Denman. And Neil Livesey should go well here this weekend in the Silver 17 car. His driving partner in the Lotus Cup UK is Tom Bradshaw. And Tom is a former Formula Ford champion around Oulton Park, so he knows a trick or two. And he's obviously passed that on to Neil, because Neil is right up there at the very sharp end of the pack. It's probably Warren Scott who's lost out the most in those early stages. He's dropped down behind Martin Wills, but Rob Boston is who leads the way. But he's not being allowed to escape here, because he's got Andrew Bentley still very closely on his tail, and then Craig Denman in a strong third. Denman just moving a little bit further clear of Ken Savage than he was a couple of corners ago, as the field all streaked through his. He's riding the curbs is Rob Boston as he puts the hammer down, tries to pull away from Andrew Bentley. At the moment he's only partially succeeding. Bentley is still staying on his tail. Then we've got the Livesey and Savage battle with Neil Stoddart, and Martin Wills not too far back from that either, out of Druids, and then accelerating along this short shoot of a straight to Lodge Corner, and Livesey looks to the inside of Ken Savage and he goes for the move. Moving across though, holding his line is Ken Savage, so no way through there for Neil Livesey. Over Deer Leap and through to complete the first lap of the race is Rob Boston, the race leader. Bentley in second, and still this fight for fourth position, and Neil Livesey is trying on every single corner to try and move ahead of Ken Savage. And with that bright orange grille on Livesey's car, Ken's got no excuse to say he couldn't see him coming, and as a result he's able to put together a fairly stout defence. So still the leading trio pulling clear of Ken Savage. Unsurprisingly, Savage having to defend every which way from Neil Livesey, who tries at Island Bend and goes through. And that's a very brave move for Neil Livesey, a quick corner Island Bend, and he made that look easy, powering past Ken Savage up to the head of the field. Neil Stoddart thinks he might like to have a go at this as well. Warren Scott is also pushing hard. So now that Livesey's through into fourth, can he do anything about closing in on Craig Denman in third position? At the moment though, Denman is driving a very smart race in that bright orange car, just disappearing from view there, because he is doing what he can to stay on the wheel tracks of Andrew Bentley. But it's the fight now for fifth position. Warren Scott looks inside Neil Stoddart into Hizzies, and he goes through. Nice move that from Warren Scott, perfectly trudged. It really is becoming the traditional manoeuvre here at Oulton Park. You want to go through, and Martin Wills also pressurising Neil Stoddart as they come out of Hizzies and up over Clay Hill. The leading trio already into Druids. Then in fourth place it's Livesey, fifth is Savage, sixth now Warren Scott, and seventh is going to be Martin Wills, through up the inside into Druids. Has he made that move stick? Yes, he has. So he gains the place. Neil Stoddart in the space of a few corners, losing 2 slots, but he's still running at the back of this train of cars, and arguably that's the best place to be, as they battle quite fiercely up ahead of him. Stoddart can just focus on driving his own race and look to pounce on others' mistakes, as Ken Savage is about to be passed him by Warren Scott as well, climbing over Deer Leap, and through he goes. So Scott gains another place, and Ken Savage, having to really defend quite heavily from Neil Livesey, he's now lost a couple of spots, and he may go further down the field still behind Martin Wills, as Wills is right in on his tail. Battles going on throughout the field. There's Chris Mayhew in the number 53 car. He's got, running just behind him, Will Price in the bright white number 28 machine. Also, we caught a glimpse of Clive Wills as well, the number 6 car. So Stoddart and Wills still battling with each other. That gives Ken Savage some momentary respite as they arrive into Shell Oil's corner. The cambered right-hand hairpin. Stoddart looks to the outside line. He closes right up to the rear spoiler of Martin Wills as they exited Shell Oil's corner, accelerating then towards the chicane. Britain's really not an overtaking opening for these drivers, so they have no option but to follow through in single file, which is exactly what they do. Then we saw a lap ago that Warren Scott was able to make the overtaking move into Hizzies. Does he attempt the same thing this time around on Neil Livesey? He ducks out of the slipstream to the inside line. Oh, he's not quite close enough though. So Neil Livesey maintains that fourth position. And as Livesey has to defend from Warren Scott, this is fantastic news for Craig Denman, because it means that he is not having to work quite as hard to hold on to that third place. So there's Denman in third. Already Boston and Bentley are long gone in first and second. Then we've got Neil Livesey in fourth, who's got now Warren Scott increasing his pressure on Livesey with every turn, really, it seems. So what about Lodge Corner? Will he be able to challenge Livesey? Well, Livesey puts the car in the middle of the road. He covers the defensive line into Lodge Corner, so there's no way through there for Warren Scott. And again, clearly Tom Bradshaw's been passing on some tricks of the trade here, not only about a quick lap time, but also where is the most effective defensive spot. But now Scott goes through into Old Hall Corner. So Livesey slips down to fifth position. Warren Scott, the bit between his teeth, is absolutely charging. Also looking to force his way up through the field. Matthias Radstock to the inside of Chris Mayhew into Lodge Corner. He gains the place. And again, this is another of those races from Lotus on Track Elite Trophy where there really are scraps going on throughout the pack. Almost every car in this race has found somebody to dice with, and Warren Scott moving clear of Neil Livesey, who's got Ken Savage once more for company, also Martin Wills. And this is quite a smart drive from Martin. He's let some of those ahead of him just race themselves out in these early stages, but now as he's getting into the race, he's got his tyres up to temperature, he's got himself into a nice rhythm. Now he's beginning to come back at the cars ahead of him and is thinking about when to best pick his moments to try and gain those places. So rumbling through the curbs at Britain's, we've got then Livesey from Savage, and then Martin Wills. Ken Savage just squeezing Wills out, who then jinks the inside line. He thinks about the move into Lodge Corner. No way through there quite for him, and let's not forget that Neil Stoddart is still lurking with intent, and this has been an odd race from Ken Savage. He's been attacking and defending as trouble for Clive Wills, and that engine has let go in a very, very big way. Wills pulls off, maybe at slightly higher speed than he anticipated, and his race, unfortunately, at a premature conclusion. Rob Boston, though the race leader at the moment, that advantage seems unassailable. He's very comfortably at the head of the pack, with Andrew Bentley doing all he can to chase him down in second, but another lap is reeled off and consigned to the history books by Rob Boston. And the thing with Boston is he just looks so smooth, it almost doesn't seem as if he's trying. He's just gliding over the surface here at Oulton Park, which isn't quite the approach to the race from Ken Savage, who's having to defend quite vigorously from Martin Wills, and Wills thinks about the move into Motul. He gains the place, so Martin Wills moves ahead of Ken Savage. We're going for a break. Join us in a few moments' time as the action continues at Oulton Park.